Okay, so how to prospect clients? Clients can come from anywhere, okay? I have already found clients on Facebook, for example. In the beginning of my career, I did not participate in any groups for translators on Facebook or WhatsApp because it was 2008, 2009, 2010, and I didn't know anyone. I was kind of alone in the market. I only knew that website, pros.com. But in 2016, when I was already 8 years as a translator, I started participating in groups on Facebook, Brazilian groups. And I see that in those groups, sometimes the clients post jobs, okay, on Facebook. I have found some clients on Facebook, people looking for translators or interpreters. And then I got in touch with a person and I was hired. So that happened. So Facebook is definitely one way. For example, last year, I saw a post on a Facebook group looking for an English to Portuguese interpreter in my city, which is Fortaleza. I live in northeastern Brazil, in Fortaleza, and they were looking for an interpreter here because there was an Irish engineer who was coming to visit a construction site to see if the construction was okay and things related to safety. So they hired me to follow that guy for 20 days. And I went to that construction site for 20 days with that Irish client because I saw a post on Facebook. And also I have found other clients like that. There's also LinkedIn, of course, which is a professional platform for all kinds of jobs. Everyone knows it, LinkedIn, and you can have a profile over there and make posts and get in touch with companies, translation agencies, for example, or project managers. So LinkedIn has been a good place to be for many of my colleagues. I know some of them have given talks in congresses about how LinkedIn was useful for them. In my case, I did not use LinkedIn very much. 2 years ago, I started using it more for a few months, but then I kind of gave up because there are so many social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, pros, and it's not possible to be everywhere or to make content for all those networks, social media. But LinkedIn definitely is a place where people can also find jobs, okay? There's also WhatsApp groups. I participate in some WhatsApp groups for translators, especially groups for Brazilians, because I am more in contact with Brazilian translators. And in those groups, sometimes people post jobs and people get in touch. And I have already found clients on WhatsApp as well. And also, some people talk about Instagram because it's also could be a professional social media because you post things and you get visibility and so on. So it's also possible that clients could find you on Instagram. Okay, so and also people around you, like your family members or your friends or colleagues, friends from childhood, people that you know, if they know that you are a translator now, they could recommend you to other people. For example, before becoming a translator, I worked as a systems analyst in a company with traffic engineers. So I knew many people from transportation engineering back then, engineers and so on. And so after I became a translator, those people knew that I had become a translator, and some of them write papers or articles to be published in journals, scientific publications, and some of them have looked for me to translate their articles. So yeah, people that I knew from before being a translator, they know me and they recommend me to different colleagues, to different people. So people who you know could bring you clients. Okay, that's also another source of income. And another idea is to go to translation events like a congress, a conference, because there you make a lot of networking, and yeah, you exchange visit cards, and people can invite you to work with them in projects. I have known many translators and interpreters in those events, either online events or on-site events. For example, events organized by the Brazilian Association of Translators. And after that, yeah, sometimes people invited me, we became friends or we became colleagues. We started going to the same groups on WhatsApp or Facebook, and I have already got some clients. For example, as an interpreter, many of my jobs come from colleagues who are interpreters, and they invite me to interpret with them. Juliano, are you available to interpret an event within 2 weeks? They ask me, and then I am available, I go. And sometimes I also invite them. So inviting colleagues to interpret with you, or also translation jobs, is also a way of getting clients. Yeah, there's all this. Deborah asks something here in the chat box. For those of us who want to translate as a side job and don't want to be in LinkedIn, etc., where would you recommend to start? Yeah, I would recommend prose.com, because I'm going to show you the website now, because when I started, I didn't know anyone. There wasn't LinkedIn, and I was very alone and working by myself, and I could find jobs there. So yeah, I think Prose is the best platform to be in to find jobs, because there are jobs being posted every day. So let's visit Prose now, okay? I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to open my browser, and here it is. As you can see, this is prose.com, or also called prose.com. Some people think that this website looks very old-fashioned, and they don't like the visual of the website. But I don't see any problems with that, and it's still the best website that I can think of for translators. There's the welcome new members here, people who have just joined the website, have just become a member. They are put here. There's the featured translator. It's a random thing that happens here. They put a photo of someone for 15 minutes. There's the menu up here, and you can see in the first page, the home page, some translation jobs already being highlighted here in my language pairs, and the kudos. So, and also here on the right side, we can see some polls and some promotions to buy some CAT tools that I'm going to talk about in the second class, and also some other things. Okay. So, but the first thing you have to do here is to have a profile, okay? And if you look here on the upper right-hand side, you can see my picture and my name, Julian Martins. And if I click here, I go to my profile. That's the first thing you have to do. You can have a free profile to start. You don't have to pay the membership. So you can build your profile, and then when you feel comfortable, you can pay for the membership. I think it's $120 per year. And I have been a member since 2008. So it always paid much more than this annual fee. I got clients that made me be a translator and earn money from that. The first thing you see here is the profile link. So if you want to share your Prose profile with someone, that's the link that you can see here. For example, in my case, it's prose.com/profile/729-739. That's my number. So each person has one number here. And then there's your picture, okay? You can put here a very professional picture. I took this picture in an event that I interpreted a few years ago. And then there's your name, there's the tagline. This tagline is something that you would like to highlight. For example, in my case, I put information technology, medical, legal, and technical translations into Brazilian Portuguese. So I don't know if that's a good tagline, but I would like to highlight here some fields that I work in, and maybe it catches the attention of the clients that would visit my profile.